boxes to the best of their ability, making sure that they end up like going where they need to be.
Right.
And essentially, I don't want to say that he is like it's controlling, but it definitely sets it up in a position where he can keep himself safe with the options that he has available.
Right. And I actually think this match is going to be played pretty similarly for both of them. They both have good aerial spacing, neutral, and yeah, I'm really interested to see how both of them play this matchup and how BronZe is going to get around this edge guarding.
I feel like unfortunate miss on the grab from BronZe.
Right.
Because that led to a good down tilt though. Like it's definitely Roy's down tilt definitely isn't as good as it was in Melee, but it definitely has a niche set of options. It's more like Marth's is this time around.
He still has a good down tilt though.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. It's really
I feel like back in Melee that was a really good option on a really bad character, and I think that's really fun. Oh,
yeah.
Amazing edge
Really
guard.
good.
Gets the shine spike. Exactly what BronZe wasn't expecting, so he wasn't able to get the tech and keep himself alive. Unfortunate decisions.
I can see him coming back here.
Oh, he definitely can if he plays his cards right. That could have definitely set up, added on something.
We haven't seen too many of the arrows yet, and I think that could be a really interesting edge guard we haven't seen yet from him.
I feel like Dark Pit's arrows aren't really something that he really should throw out all the time. Like Pits,
as an offstage edge guard though, it's been interesting. We may see it.
Pits you can make an argument for, because you can be a little bit more mobile with them.
Right.
But Dark Pits are just pretty slow. And I don't want to say that they're definitely not something you want to be using in the middle of neutral or in the middle of a combo.
Yeah.
Like, it can work in niche situations like BronZe's edge guards, but it's not the most safe move.
Right. But Dark Pit's not out of it quite yet.
Oh, he isn't.
But
I would never say that.
It's going to take a lot to get back here.
Like Smash 4 is the kind of game where it's like the stock, you have so few stocks that any like good combo.
That's the beauty of Rage though.
Like,
as much as we're talking bad about Rage, you're never out of it really.
Like any good situation or like any good play can make or break for you.
Yeah, but takes that relatively systematically. You think we're gonna see a character switch?
I honestly don't. I think the two of them are gonna stick with it for a little while. Not like
I wouldn't be surprised.
I haven't seen BronZe switch his character this whole time that I've been here on commentary, and he's been working it to the best of his ability. So I think what we're going to really end up seeing is a little bit more work with. Like I think he's going to be doing a little bit of backward facing. Like he's going to be putting out his hitboxes, but he's going to be going in reverse while he does them.
Right.
Like I think we're going to see some reverse forward airs a lot this game.
And that's a really good tool that he has. That not many characters have. You know, it's kind of similar to how Pit spaces, but
just forward airs out there.
I know more about Pit than Dark Pit, but they play relatively similar. You know, down throw to fair works really well.
Like pretty much as far as I'm aware, their biggest difference is how the neutral B and side B works. But yeah, like forward air is out there for so long, and like Roy is a character that kind of needs to get in. So like if he's facing with it, if he spaces it well, forward air in reverse could be a really good option for him.
Right, really good edge guarding. I'm actually really impressed by
that
how
was
much
a good
BronZe came back in this game.
Good call into the forward smash over there. There is, that was a good 2-hit string, but he wasn't able to set up for one of his great edge guards. That could have been something exciting.
Yeah.
That was good use of neutral air. There's definitely BronZe is definitely putting a lot more thought into how he's playing his game here to make sure that he's in a situation where it's going to be to his benefit or better.
These side Bs.
The side B was, I wouldn't say that it was the wrong call, because it definitely was something that could have caught.
It was a good punish by Roy. And it wasn't too dangerous of a punish yet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a huge risk. But
I feel like
I don't think he'll be doing it much more.
This is something that would probably, it's something that would probably work better earlier in tournament not because like earlier players wouldn't really know it, but it's because like it has a lot more super armor than one expects.
Right.
And wow, oh wow,
Strong
he was
for it,
good
though.
DI there. Fantastic
I think
work
Pitts
to
is
keep
slightly
him.
stronger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on it, but I do think it is because Pitt has a really underrated point.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, really good catch on the side.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart move, use of it.
Yeah, read the roll, missed it, but
Like
yeah,
I feel
that was
like
a
this
really
game
strong rebound.
was a lot of good old Bronze getting used to SA's hit.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this game
Like
goes.
that first
was a
game
really
was
great
him working
rebound.
out the kinks in his play. He's like, okay, here's what I'm doing. I got that unfortunate hit from the like back air. I got that stage spike. Now here's what I need to do to fix this. It's time to bring out the beast inside.
I'm ready. Got a good losers finals.
There's
Posted
definitely
it. Does anyone want to see this?
there's
It's really
definitely
hyped
a
for
benefit to seeing how these guys like. I feel like the characters are different enough, but also similar enough.
It's two
to the
sides of the same coin, it seems like.
Like, I wouldn't even go that far. Like, basically, I would say that one spot, like, Roy has the advantage when they're on the ground, but they're both really strong aerial characters.
Right. Yeah, I just think the way they've been spacing so far has been relatively parallel to each other. It's you know, they have really good back and forth spacing.
Like, if I were in SA's position, one thing that I would be working with like that, I would be going for more grab setups.
Yeah, these grab setups.
And when
have
he's
been
gotten them,
really
he's
good.
been doing really well. He's been really consistent with getting a good 2 or 3 hits off each one. And that was a good use of the up B there.
Right.
Some kinds of people would just try to go for ledge, but he was like, I can get an extra little bit in. I can keep myself from getting edge guarded.
Good
And
up
once
smash.
again, he's really great at using that up smash for to punish messed up attempts.
That's what he's feeling himself with the up smashes now. I think he's a little more confident. Ability to get them.
Oh,
But
that's going to
he's
lead
that
into
person who
one.
always go for it though, so
Yeah,
it's been working well last couple of matches.
it's probably something that Bronze is going to try to adapt for. Like, he's probably, I don't think he's going to be going for the electroshock arm as much. Like, because as it's definitely not as safe a move as he's giving it credit for. It's a good move, but it's also something that definitely puts you in danger for a little bit.
Yeah, seeing what Bronze decides to respect more and
You
kinda try
really need
challenge
to
more,
commit to it.
it'll be interesting how this final stock takes place. I've seen that down smash a few times get punished.
I feel like he's rolling just enough to the point where it's helping out his play a little bit and keeping himself out of harm's way enough for him to be able to figure out what he's going to do.
Right.
Good down
that
smash.
was a very good defensive play by Bronze.
Yeah.
This edge guard will be really important.
Like, this entire game is
Yeah.
really important because
Right.
it is going to turn the tides of the set.
Yeah, so this is taking the rubber game range now. So it's up 2-1.
Like, being up 2-1 is a lot bigger a difference than one would expect.
Right.
Because if
Because
SA
that's how you
wins
counterpick.
one more game, Bronze is out of the tournament.
Right.
It's like,
And that pressure may, having that pressure may help SA a little bit as well. But I'm interested to see how it comes back. You know, we've seen bleaker for Bronze. Like after that first game, I did not think
it's a
Dark Pit
situation where
Dark
we're going to need to see. I don't really think that Smashville was the best stage choice, but I don't know. Like, I want to see Bronze take this one because then we get to see more set.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like right now, just thinking of it as a player who doesn't play either of these characters, I can't imagine.
Like, I
certain
feel like
stages favor him too much more in this situation. You know, maybe a 3-platform stage could help with these up Bs, but I think that would actually favor Roy a little more because he has somewhere to escape to if he commits to a up B to try to kill. But I don't mind this decision right now.
personally, if I were in Bronze's situation, I would try to get SA to play a little bit more on the ground. Because, like, Pit has a good air game. But there's definitely a benefit to be had in, like, working mostly with short hops and keeping it. Because I feel like SA is someone who could overestimate Roy's ground game. Because it's strong. Like, that neutral air over there is fantastic for keeping people out of your hair. But it's something that's not the best option.
Yeah.
And it's something that could be very well used to lull your opponent into a false sense of confidence.
Right. I mean, we've seen really good defensive play so far from BronZe. So
yeah,
I think seeing him play like slower like that.
That was a
really,
really great spacing on that back air there.
Yeah, and that was a really great combo. Forward air, dragging him down to get a grab, keeping the stage control pretty good.
Like if they were a little bit further to the left of the stage, they could have been. That could have led to a really good edge guard.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did the best he could in that situation. I think it was just a little more percent than we could see kill throw soon with that combo.
Ooh, good down air there. That was a solid way to get back up on stage.
He's really good string by Roy.
It was something that was different, and it was just different enough to make the difference to catch SA off his game.
This is kind of scary here.
He went for that side B back there, and that's definitely something I didn't think was the right call, but he didn't get punished that hard for it.
He wants to get rid of this stock probably as soon as possible.
He really does, but oh, it's definitely, like I've said many times, that first stock is the most important part of this game.
Yeah, having a 2-stock meta is really
I feel like there's a benefit for it.
I think it's the right call for this game.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I would have, personally, I much more enjoy a 3-stock kind of game, at least.
I don't know.
I think, you know, you get cheesed on one, and it's pretty much a big hill to try to climb. But
like I remember late in the Brawl's life cycle, they ended up doing 1-stock games. I'm just like that. I feel like that's too little. One mistake means that you're just gonna lose for good.
Well, the idea of adapting is,
but it's also
really, integral for Smash in general.
There are a lot of
1-stock. It's difficult to try to.
I think it was best of 5 though for every set.
That's interesting.
Like, Brawl was an interesting game.
It was.
It had a long run, and we've seen it grow over the years.
Right.
But I like how Smash 4 has grown to become its own like independent source.
Yeah.
Like
much
people
more
who people who don't understand the game just call it Brawl Light. And they're right in the sense that it works like Brawl, but it's developed into its own meta at this point.
So we're gonna see Dark Pit slow it down a little bit on this platform.
There was definitely a bit slower than I would have gone in. I would have worked, like, it's smart that he's going slower at this point where he's like, any hit could be game over for both of them.
I think a hard read here could actually probably get stuck there because of rage, so.
Yeah.
That closes out the
stock. Good back air ends it.
Yep.
Good set.
By SA.
3-1. Now we have grand finals coming up.
Good showing by BronZe.